There are four silent qualities that set the strong apart from the weak, the awakened from the unaware, the rare few from the ordinary masses. These traits aren't taught in classrooms, applauded by society, or admired by those addicted to ease. Yet they form the foundation of every great soul who has ever walked this world quietly, carrying storms inside, but never letting them spill out. The first of these is emotional mastery, the ability to rule your inner world regardless of outer chaos. In a society where most people instantly react, the one who observes instead of reacting becomes formidable. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. That isn't poetry, it's spiritual law. Once you stop allowing your peace to depend on external noise, you rise beyond the reach of average minds. You become untouchable, not because life stops challenging you, but because you stop trembling in its presence. Look around. Most people are captives of their emotions. Their mood rises and falls based on gossip, jealousy, or the opinions of others. They glow when praised and shrink when ignored. They confuse attention for peace, comfort for power, and distraction for happiness. But those who have conquered their reactions see the world with new eyes. They no longer fight to control what happens. They control how they respond. They understand that the world will always trigger, insult, and tempt them. But their strength lives in calm restraint. Their mind becomes a fortress, not of pride, but of unwavering discipline. Epictetus wrote, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Freedom, then, isn't doing whatever you want. It's being untouched by what you don't want. It's a quiet flame beneath stillness, a strength that needs no display. When you have emotional mastery, there's no urge to prove anything. You let the ignorant argue while you protect your energy for higher battles. You don't wait for peace, you forge it. You don't search for calm, you embody it. And then comes the second trait, even rarer than the first, spiritual endurance. It's the silent acceptance of pain, not as punishment, but as preparation. Seneca said, "Fire tests gold, adversity tests the brave." To endure hardship with grace, that's what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Most crumble under discomfort because they've been conditioned to believe that life should be easy. But those who embrace stoic endurance know a deeper truth. Every struggle hides a lesson. Every hardship carries a chance to strengthen the soul. We do not pray for comfort. We pray for the courage to face reality. It is, and when pain arrives, as it always does, we don't ask, "Why me?" Instead, we whisper, "Let this shape me." True endurance is in suppression. It's transformation. It's the art of facing storms without letting them poison your spirit. It's the discipline to feel pain without being ruled by it. To hurt deeply yet act wisely. It's the quiet strength of walking through fire without demanding pity or shelter. Modern minds crumble under small inconveniences because they've forgotten what suffering truly means. Pain isn't the enemy. It's the sculptor. It carves away weakness, ego, and illusion, leaving behind something cleaner, calmer, and more alive. Those who endure gracefully carry their wounds in silence. They don't seek sympathy. They cultivate wisdom. Their strength doesn't shout. It's sensed. You can feel it in the calm of their presence. in the peace that follows them like a silent echo. It's the unspoken aura of someone who has fought unseen battles and emerged softer, not bitter. And that's why those who hold both traits, sovereignty and endurance, stand apart from the crowd. They move differently, their gaze cuts deeper, their words land heavier, and their energy feels like still water hiding fire beneath. They don't chase validation because they've already met their own reflection in solitude. They've looked into the mirror and seen not just a person, but a responsibility to master what they can and surrender what they cannot. When such a person enters a room, you feel it. They don't demand attention. They attract it through quiet authority. They've traded anxiety for acceptance, reactivity for patience, and chaos for clarity. And here's the truth most won't face. This path isn't for everyone. Many would rather complain than confront themselves. They'd rather drown in distractions than sit alone with their own mind. But for those who choose differently, who build fortitude instead of comfort, the rewards are limitless. Now comes the third trait, detachment from outcome, the power of indifference. There is a unique peace that rises only when you stop pleading with life to unfold your way. It's the serenity born from releasing the illusion of control. This is the essence of detachment from outcome. The quiet mastery of giving your full effort while letting go of the need for any reward. Most people are chained to results. They define their worth by success, applause, or the approval of others. They work tirelessly, yet remain enslaved by expectation. The Stoic, however, moves differently. He invests his energy only in what lies within his control, his thoughts, his actions, his mindset, and releases everything else to fate. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same reason that today arms you against the present." That is the core of detachment. It's not about apathy. It's about intelligent care. It's walking into uncertainty knowing that no matter the outcome, your peace remains untouched. The ordinary man builds his happiness on conditions. If I get this, I'll finally be content. But the wise man anchors his peace to his character. If I act with virtue, I'll already be at peace. This shift in perspective creates a rare, magnetic calm, a stillness that others feel but can't quite explain. You no longer chase validation or grip for control. You do your duty. Release the rest and let the universe take its course. That's why the detached individual holds real power. They're never desperate, never needy for attention or praise. Their strength comes from trust, a quiet acceptance that life unfolds exactly as it should. Epictetus said, "Some things are in our control, and some are not." The fool wastes his days trying to manipulate what isn't his, outcomes, opinions, the will of others. The wise man turns inward, mustering only what belongs to him, his actions, his attitude, and his soul. This calm indifference and weakness, its supreme strength. It's the courage to stand before uncertainty and say, "Do your worst." Because once you've detached from the need to win, the world loses the power to break you. You still feel, still act, still strive, but you remain unshaken. That steady peace becomes your gravity, pulling others toward you without a word. It's the kind of strength that doesn't boast or explain. It simply exists. Now we reach the fourth trait, The discipline of silence, the ability to command power without uttering a single word. In an age obsessed with noise and validation, silence is the rarest form of dominance rebellion. Everyone wants to be noticed, to be acknowledged, to be understood. But the Stoic sees things differently. Silence is not emptiness, it's power. Seneca once said, "Silence is a lesson learned through many sufferings. Those who have endured deeply don't waste their words. They know that speech loses its value when scattered carelessly. The art of silence ain't about being mute, it's about mastery. It's about timing, purpose, and restraint. True strength doesn't come from shouting louder than the rest. It comes from staying composed while others collapse under their own noise. Most people talk to escape the quiet within. They dread silence because it forces them to face their own mind, their doubts, their loneliness, their truth. But we, the Stoics, use silence as our armor. We observe while others reveal themselves through reckless speech. In stillness, we sharpen our perception. This practice builds what few ever possess: presence. Those who remain calm in chaos command respect. Their stillness unsettles the insecure. Their quietness intrigues the curious. It isn't pride, it's depth. It's the quiet strength of someone who no longer needs to prove. When you master silence, you begin to hear beyond words the tone, the fear, the deceit, the motive. You see what others can't. You become unshakable, unreadable, unbothered. That's why silence draws people in. It makes you powerful in a world obsessed with noise. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." That's the essence of silence. While others talk about their greatness, you embody it. You act, you build, you live it. Your quiet becomes your thunder. When a Stoic finally speaks, his words strike deep because they come from calm, not chaos. Every phrase is deliberate, every response precise. That level of control, that presence is true power. Power that doesn't shout. It simply is. Get access to exclusive teachings and timeless wisdom. Join our community link in the description. And if this spoke to your spirit, subscribe to the Stoic Verse for more insights to guide your path.